It started with a joke about a ghost pepper at a summer barbecue. You meant harmless spice. Your partner heard a jab about their cooking, and the laughter stopped in mid-air like a dropped plate. Understanding humor in multicultural relationships is the difference between a bruise and a belly laugh, and tonight we're learning the rhythm together. Laughter is supposed to be universal, until it isn't. In one living room, a deadpan line means affection. In another, the same line lands as rudeness with a smile. The same beat that bonds one couple can bewilder another. That mismatch is not failure. It's a map waiting to be read. Welcome to Whispered Hearts, English, where we turn awkward moments into honest connection. If you've ever told a joke that went thud and then replayed it all night, you're not alone here. We'll walk through why humor misfires across cultures, how to find the overlap you both enjoy, and how to build inside jokes that are yours alone. You get to keep your flavor and still laugh in the same language. Humor is not just words, it's context, timing, and shared signals your body reads before your brain catches up. Research shows laughter is social glue, but the recipe changes by culture. Some places prize quick wit and teasing. Others prize harmony and gentle play. Have you noticed which kind of laugh feels like home to you? But there's a stranger thing about jokes that miss. What if your sense of humor already overlaps, but the setup got lost in translation? Maybe you share the punchline style. You just need a different path to arrive there together. Would it change the night if you added 5 seconds of context before you try the line? Culture shapes humor the way climate shapes seasons. In high-context humor, the punchline leans on shared history, unspoken rules, and a web of references. A raised eyebrow can be the whole joke because everyone knows the backstory. In low-context humor, the joke stands alone. Clear setup, clear wordplay, and the laugh lands without a secret handshake. Cross-cultural humor differences show up in the smallest places. Wordplay breaks when the double meaning vanishes in translation. Sarcasm sounds like cruelty when the tone cues don't travel. Physical comedy can bridge the gap, but even there, what counts as funny clumsy in one culture reads as disrespect in another. Have you ever tried to translate a pun and watched it deflate like a balloon? But there's something even quieter holding love together while you experiment. You can make a shared comedy key, the note you both tune to before the show begins. The key might be obvious context. I'm teasing the situation, not you. It might be a smile or a nudge that says, "This is safe." What would your pre-joke signal be? Let's rewind to that barbecue. The ghost pepper line stung because the receiver heard status, not silliness. Many cultures use teasing to say, "We belong." Others hear teasing as a crack in the wall of respect. Your job as a couple isn't to declare a winner, it's to trade dictionaries until both of you can read the same page. Start by naming your humor home base. Maybe you grew up with siblings riffing at the dinner table, tossing one-liners across the mashed potatoes. Maybe your partner's family told stories slowly on the porch, letting the joke bloom at the end like a firefly. Neither is better. Both are beautiful. Which table raised you? Now add the building blocks you can both enjoy. Wordplay can work with subtitles and patience. Physical humor can work with limits and consent. Observational humor, quirky details about grocery carts, subway announcements, or the way neighbors argue kindly over a lawn edge, often crosses borders with fewer bumps. What everyday scene has made you both grin this week? But here's a curiosity to carry into your next date. What if the fastest route to a shared laugh is not changing your jokes, It's changing your questions. What makes you laugh without fail opens the door. What jokes make you tense, keeps you from stepping on toes? What would your answers be on a sticky note by the coffee maker? When a joke misfires, the repair matters more than the punchline ever would. Picture a crisp winter night, a comedy special paused on the TV, and the air going quiet. You lean forward and say, "That landed wrong. I meant to laugh with you, not at you. I'm sorry." Then add a specific action. "Next time I'll check in before I tease food. Can we try a different show?" Repair turns a wince into trust. Research shows that naming intent calms nerves and keeps play alive. The goal is not to sanitize humor until it's bland. The goal is to set a fence around the garden so joy can grow without getting trampled. Decide on a couple of off-limits topics. Decide on a couple of green light zones where jokes are always welcome. Do you know your fence line yet? But there's a next layer that makes laughter easier. Build overlapping humor zones the way you build a Venn diagram on a napkin. Maybe you both love situational humor, like two people carrying a couch through a too small doorway. Maybe you both love parody songs at the end of a long week. Circle that middle. Protect it. Season your overlap with familiar sensory moments. Spring rain tapping the window while you watch sketch clips and share a bowl of popcorn. Autumn leaves skittering along a sidewalk as you trade gentle jokes about your clumsy umbrella dance. These cues teach your bodies that laughter lives here. Which season holds your favorite kind of funny? Inside jokes are not found. They are built. Start with a shared blooper. The time your partner said ship instead of sip at a cafe, and the barista handed over a straw like it was a life raft. Don't mock. Name the moment with affection. The SS latte becomes your code for "I tried and I'm proud." What's one blooper you can rename with a smile? Create an intentional translation pause before you deliver a line with cultural references. Okay, tiny setup. You give one or two beats of context, who this celebrity is, why this idiom is funny in your home culture, what the political ad looked like without any commentary. Then the joke has a floor to land on. Do you hear how 2 seconds of setup can save 10 minutes of repair? For wordplay that won't travel, make new games. Play near puns, where the goal is to be almost clever and fully silly. Invent a shared lexicon where mispronunciations become mascots. The cereal you could never say right becomes cheery yikes, and suddenly grocery runs as stand-up shows you write together in aisle 7. But there's something even more fun than importing jokes. It's co-writing tiny sketches from your real life. The Sunday morning coffee ritual becomes a 2-line script you rerun with new twists. Are you the barista today or the poet? Both. Here's your sonnet in a mug. These micro-scenes turn chores into play. Which routine wants a script? Keep your comedy safe by practicing consent as a cue, not a killjoy. Open to a joke is sexy when it's said with a grin. One gentle tease lets your partner choose the dance. When they nod, you both relax and the laugh comes easier. Have you noticed how consent actually speeds up fun once you trust it? Midway through, let this settle from the heart of whispered hearts. English. You are not humorless because a joke hurt your feelings. You are not mean because you laugh at different things. You are two people learning the same melody from different musical traditions, and there is a harmony waiting for you. This channel is your practice room. If you like assignments, try a duet night. You each pick a short clip from your culture that made you howl at some point. You watch both with snacks and a rule that you can pause to explain the setup only once. Then you go for a walk and list 3 things you genuinely enjoyed about the other person's pick. Curiosity makes the air warmer. Physical comedy can help when language is tired. Play charades with inside-life prompts instead of random cards. How I look when the bus door closes early, or my face after the printer jams again. You'll learn each other's body jokes, and you'll store a few faces to flash across a room when you need a quick laugh. What gesture already makes your partner laugh every time? But the truth that keeps laughter safe is simple. No jokes about each other's core identities, families, or sacred things. No punchlines that make the other person smaller in their own home. You can be outrageous about the traffic app or the way your dishwasher sings at midnight. You can be tender about everything else. If you stumble into an old sore spot, make a cool water ritual. A hand on the forearm, a short breath together. 1 sentence, I care more about you than the joke. Then swap the bit for a new one you build together on the spot. This is how play survives the human parts of love. Let the seasons help your timing. Summer evening warmth on a porch invites playful storytelling about your old mistakes. Crisp winter air during a city walk asks for gentler humor, like pointing out a snowman with sunglasses and dubbing him chill advisor. Spring invites puns about birds that actually land because you both saw the same robin hop across the lawn. Restaurants can be comedy classrooms. Listen for how people laugh around you. Do they laugh loud and overlap, or laugh soft and wait? Are servers playful or formal? You'll learn the local laugh language by tuning your ear in public, then trying the same cadence at home. What room in your city sounds most like your native humor? Make room for humor that doesn't ask for translation. Slapstick videos of pets trying stairs for the first time. Silent movie clips. Children mislabeling common objects with absolute confidence. These laughs are bridges. Walk them often when you're tired. But don't sleep on cleverness. Wordplay grows when you plant it in both soils. Create a 2-language pun park, where each of you brings a phrase and bends it until it giggles. Even a bad pun earns a coin in the jar. By Friday, you buy donuts with your pun money and celebrate being ridiculous. Your media diet matters. Curate a We Laugh Here playlist. 1 sketch show from each of your cultures. 1 stand-up special that feels kind. 1 feel-good series with the kind of banter you both enjoy. And 1 animated short where visual humor does the heavy lifting. When the week goes heavy, your list carries you. On the nights you miss, close the gap with a soft landing. I swung and missed. Can I try that line with better setup? Then take your second shot. If it misses again, retire the bit with a smile and a salute. You tried. You learned. The couple wins. But here's a twist that eases a lot of pressure. Sometimes we use humor to hide. If a bit is doing the job of a boundary, retire the bit and speak the boundary. I make jokes about lateness because I feel alone when I wait. Could we set a real time? Clarity makes space for better jokes later. Invite your partner to co-author a list called Guaranteed Laughs. A meme format you both love. A silly dance you'll always do in the kitchen when the mood dips. A 3-word phrase that signals time for the clown. Put the list on the fridge. When the day sours, you won't need creativity. You'll need the agreement you already wrote. Teach friends and family how to laugh with you, not at you. Share your couple's fence lines before holidays or reunions. We love playful stories about goofy errands. We skip jokes about accents or family. Most people will meet you where you are if you hand them a map. If they don't, you can leave the party and keep your peace. Celebrate the moments when humor healed something real. The time you both got lost, argued, paused, and then one of you said, "Plot twist, the GPS is learning about us." Laughter let the heat out of the room. Put those wins in a shared note so your future selves remember what worked. Midnight kitchens are where some of the best jokes live. The dishwasher hums. A sock is hanging from the oven handle for no reason. You pretend to interview the sock like it's a celebrity. Your partner answers in a voice you've never heard. You both dissolve. This is laughing together in love, and it belongs to you. When the joke is on the world, not on each other, it's easier to laugh hard. The bus stop sign with the missing letter becomes us stow, which you pronounce like us toe, and suddenly every time you pass that corner, you lift a foot in unison and say, us toe! Some strangers smile, some look away. You are in your own delightful movie. If you want a gentle challenge, pick one inside joke to plant this week. Choose a code word for I need a laugh. Choose a prop, like a tiny rubber duck that travels in pockets and shows up on tough days next to the remote or the cereal bowl. You'll start seeing the duck as a tiny comic who shows up for morale. What prop would be your mascot? As we near the end, remember why this matters. Humor lowers defensiveness, loosens fear, and lets couples practice play under pressure. Therapists report that shared laughter predicts resilience because it teaches your bodies to return to ease together. Ease is not a luxury, it is a skill. Hear this one more time from Whispered Hearts, English, mid-scene, like a hand on your shoulder. You are allowed to laugh differently. You are allowed to learn. You are allowed to change a joke that once worked and retire a joke that never did. This is a soft place to practice and keep what brings you joy. We'll leave you with a prompt that builds community and offers someone else a break. What's the funniest cultural misunderstanding you've had? Share the story. Your blooper might become someone's favorite inside joke tomorrow. When the lights go low and the living room holds only the lamp and 2 mugs, call the day good if you found one reason to grin. Call it great if you found one reason to belly laugh, and call it love if you decided to try again after a miss. That's how shared humor grows. On some fall night, you'll laugh so hard you scare a leaf off the porch rail. On some spring morning, you'll laugh quietly into your coffee and it will taste sweeter. On some summer afternoon, you'll laugh loud at a park bench and a kid will look over and laugh too. On some winter evening, you'll laugh under a blanket and feel the whole room thrum. When that happens, you'll know the map is working. You'll know you built a key together and the door opens easier now. You'll know you can be gentle and still be silly, careful and still be bold. Keep that softness. Guard that boldness. Our last word is simple and true. Laughter is universal, except when it's not. And that's okay. Because in the spaces where it isn't, you get to write the script together. Keep playing. Keep repairing. Keep inventing. That is the joy of understanding humor in multicultural relationships.